rigs off the shore. Obviously, we use clip rigs a lot of the time. Now, that's mainly for presenting the bait in a nice condition and a long way out.
That's right, we do tend to. I mean, as I say, on the south coast where we both come from, sometimes there is a necessity to cast quite long distances from the shore.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, the reason we use a clipped rig, and what that is basically it's a rig with bait clips on, so that as you're just going to demonstrate there, I might have to help you out. That's right, so that clips onto this lead, and this one here clips underneath here. It's easier if it's done off of a rod rest, but we can do it while we're both holding on. Okay, and then what that shows you, and if you can see that there. So the idea being, if we maybe if we maybe take it that way, it might be easier. And there, what that shows you then is we've got a 2-hook clip rig. Okay, you put your bait. Obviously, you've got your little bait stops here. You must have bait stops when you're using a clipped rig.
Yeah, because as it goes out, it will flow up the line.
Absolutely.
And you end up with your bait
well, that's exactly right. But the thing is, people don't realise it, because when they wind back in again, the bait slides back down the snood and back round the hook, and so they don't realise that it's flown up when they cast, but it actually does. So when you're using a clipped rig, you must use these bait stops here. They act as little attractors as well. You can put sort of 2 or 3 beads. That's right. But the main thing is obviously act as bait stops when you're distance casting.
Yeah, and you've got to have this lead with the clip.
Yes,
on
you
the
do.
top of the,
Yeah, you do. I mean, these are a brilliant bit of invention. These are from Breakaway once again. And what we've got here is we've got a lead that actually incorporates into it the bait clip for the bottom hook. Now, this is only for the bottom one. So these rigs are made intentionally for use with a Breakaway impact lead. This is called an impact lead. And the reason it's called an impact lead is when it impacts with the water, what happens is I'm just going to...
Well, let me hold it here.
Yeah, if you hold it there, okay. When this impacts, if I slide that up, what happens is as that, you see that pings out.
Yeah,
so
the water
comes up these
grooves.
That's right, they're little grooves, little fluted pieces here. It hits this cap. It flies that up, knocks that up, and ejects the hook. It's 100%.
And once it's released that one, this one then falls off.
Yeah, well, what happens is generally we're fishing down through quite deep water. Yeah. So as this impacts with the surface of the water, it comes unclipped, and then this continues on down through the water. So obviously this would fly up, releasing this one, and they would both go down through the water, hit the bottom, and then the tide would pull them around, and they would fish accordingly.
Okay, so now, if we're using a rig that's got no clips on, we don't need to use that type of lead.
We don't, no. I mean, we do a lot of day fishing, but also we do a lot of night fishing, as you know. And I'm a great believer in you don't necessarily have to cast as far at night. The fish do come in under cover of darkness. And also sometimes during the day, as you know, sometimes if we've had a bit of a onshore blow and the water is quite dirty, the fish will feed very, very close to the shoreline.
In the gully down
Absolutely.
The bottom of the beach, can't they?
Yeah, I mean, even, you know, that's right. And so the fish can come in very, very close. So we then don't need to use a clip rig because we're not going for ultimate distance. And I believe that, you know, if you can use a flapping rig, this is called a flapping rig, basically one without clips on because it flaps around when you cast. I would always prefer to use a flapping rig where possible because I believe it presents the bait better and it's got less chance of tangling up.
And you don't need a bait stop because
when
it
don't.
goes out, it's actually pushing it further down onto the hook.
That's exactly right. So you spotted that. These haven't got bait stops on. Now sometimes when we tie up our own flapping rigs, we can put stoppers on with beads and seekers.
As a tractor?
But they're purely as a tractor. They don't actually stop the bait from